Hello there. Hi you guys, it's Natalie. Welcome to my channel, Find Joy in the Journey. Today is Memorial Day. Memorial Day is a day that we've set aside to mourn and remember and honor those servicemen and women who died while serving our country. So I could not let this day go by without giving my heartfelt thanks to those who served and who died while serving this country for my freedom. Okay, without them, we couldn't be the America that we are today. Okay, so thank you for your sacrifice and for your service. You are remembered and you are honored. Okay, you guys, look. Today I will be working in the garden just for a little while. I tried to get out here early enough while it was still overcast. And we had a bit of a cool breeze in my area. I always say I'm in Louisiana. I'm in Louisiana. It's so humid. It's very humid. It's muggy. I mean, right now I can just feel like that hot mugginess on my skin right now. I don't have the fan going. I can't have it going while I'm talking to you. You would not be able to hear me. Okay? So, but today I'm going to apply that yeast fertilizer to pretty much everything in the garden. All right, guys, so this is the yeast fertilizer solution, and this is only half of it. So I doubled the recipe. So I used 4 cups of water to 2 tablespoons of the dry yeast, and 2 teaspoons of sugar. I let it sit way longer than 2 hours because I had things to do. I got busy. It started to rain. Now, one of the reasons why I'm going to do it now after the rain is because the soil is good and saturated. It's good and wet. It's best that when you fertilize your plants that the soil is moist. You don't want it to be dry because if not, the fertilizer that you are applying to the plant is just going to go straight through it. You know how you water something that's really, really dry and you see the water just run right through it? Well, that's what's going to happen with this fertilizer if I had watered it with everything bone dry. So before I use this, I was going to water everything and then let it sit a while, and then I was going to come back and apply the fertilizer, the yeast fertilizer. But nature did it for me. It rained. So I'm going to go ahead and use the fertilizer now. Okay? So I'm going to use this container here because you're going to do 1 part yeast fertilizer, but you're not going to use it full strength. You're going to dilute it with water. So I'm going to get rainwater. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and use all of it. Okay, so basically I'm going to use this measuring cup and I'm going to go around and apply this yeast fertilizer to the base of all the different plants. Note to self, don't just double the batch. I need to either triple or quadruple the batch of the yeast fertilizer recipe because I diluted it with water and I probably used more than what they called for as far as like diluting the yeast fertilizer. Because I didn't get my okra, I didn't get a chance to do the beans, but I did do the tomatoes, And the peppers, the blueberries, what else? Oh, I did do the citrus plants, but I didn't get a chance to do, no, I did the strawberries, not the blueberries. See, so, and I mean, I could easily make another batch, and I have time. It has time to sit for a while, because of what time of day it is. It needs to sit for at least 2 hours, but it's really best if it's done overnight. So I might make up another batch and leave it overnight and hit the rest of the garden tomorrow. Okay? So I'm just kind of cleaning up. I have some hand sanitizer, and I just basically wipe myself clean. Because I mean, when you're out there in the garden, you're rubbing up against so much stuff, and it's like I have these sleeves, but first of all, they're so cumbersome to put on, and also I get overheated so easy. So, but I usually, I mean, I purchase sleeves for this reason. They're these little garden sleeves, but I don't use them. The one time I used them, I got so hot. They were uncomfortable. So, but what I do is I just kind of use either spray. I use some paper towels, and I use like spray with my alcohol, or use my hand sanitizer, and I just wipe all that pollen off me, and I just keep it moving. Okay. Yeah, I even use this, especially if I feel like something bit me or whatever. I may use like the alcohol and go like that, but then I'll wipe it off. Anyway, today was all over the place. The guys did some gardening. I mean, some yard work. I'm sorry. My husband and my son did some yard work. They did a little weed eating, and my husband mowed half the lawn before it started raining. And then I ran out to run some errands. And when I came back and I noticed everything was good and had been saturated by the rain, I said, that's the perfect opportunity to apply the yeast fertilizer. So that's why I got out there and I did as much as I could before I ran out. So I will mix up another batch. I think I'll triple it this time so I can finish the rest of the garden, because I still have a good bit of, going on out there. I don't know. I'll make the decision when the time comes. But yes, I have more tomato plants, and I'm going to be dropping seeds for more corn, and I will either drop seeds for cucumbers, or if I can find a decent transplant or start in one of the stores, either the big box store or one of the nurseries, I will start over with the cucumbers. But Lord, it's hot. It's hot, y'all. And that's Louisiana weather, baby. It was raining 1 minute, the next minute is steamy hot. So, hey, look, this is spring. This is still considered spring. If this is any indication of how the summer is going to be, I'm in for it. Oh my goodness. Because if it's in the 90s now, it was right now, I want to say it's in the 80s. Yesterday was in the 90s. And I looked at the forecast, it's going to be in the 90s. All down the line. Then we have some rain showers coming in later on in the week. Oh my God. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. But thank you for tuning in. I hope I did something that was interesting. Okay? But I got to sign off. It's hot. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy your day. Bye now.